You may think that weapons, loot, cores, or materials are the most valuable thing in Marathon. In reality, you will quickly learn that it's actually vault space. But thankfully, you can add 8 more rows of space to your vault right after completing the tutorial by finding 12 microprocessors for the CyberAcme Expansion upgrade. I'll walk you through the best map locations, types of crates to search through, and even go into detail about whether running solo or in a squad is best. Let's get into it. Before you can turn in your microprocessors for the vault space reward, you'll need to complete the initial few priority contracts to reach level 1 with the CyberAcme faction. Once you've done that, scroll over to the upgrades tab and you'll see the requirements for the vault space reward. The credits are pretty low and you'll easily be able to pay for that before finding all of the processors. If you need help increasing your credits, make sure to not leave all of the green loot items that are worth 225, as they will be auto sold after your run. They also only take up 1 inventory slot, making them a pretty good bang for your buck. Hover over the microprocessors and you'll see an option to mark the material. You can only track 1 material at a time, but it makes going for quests that require materials that much easier. When looting a container, the item you've marked will have an eye icon beside it indicating it's something you're looking for. This helped me a ton to quickly determine whether a crate had the microprocessor or not. Load up perimeter and make sure to put on a priority contract as well so that you can knock out faction rep while also searching for the microprocessors. If I had the chance to complete the objectives, I would, but looting was always my biggest goal. The 2 locations where I had the most success were North and South Relay. Technically, you can find them just about anywhere, even from dropped UESC soldiers, but it's incredibly inconsistent compared to the Relay locations. As a helpful tip, you can click on each location on the map to see the kind of resources available so that when you need to go back and look for Sparkleaf or Putty, you know where to go as well. Each location has a few materials that have higher drop rates there, so make sure to do this for each material you're trying to find. I will say that if you're not the first to the location, there's always a chance some of them will get looted, especially early in the season when everyone is relatively on the same task. However, that does mean if you do take a gunfight, there's a chance the other runners will have them, so be sure to check their bodies for the microprocessors. As for the locations in the relays, I found that the wall boxes that typically sit near doorways were a good spot for them. The large red chests that don't require keys, which are sometimes tucked under tables, are also a good spot. I spent more time at the South Relay than North just based off where I spawned, and I had a ton of success. But you have to be meticulous and thorough because there's dynamic loot spots, meaning the crates and boxes from your previous run may have changed position. I had a run where I was able to pick up 5 microprocessors and extract just by spending time in the relay positions, with most of them being just from 1 location. I will say, as you start to get a couple in your backpack, there's more on the line to exfil, so I wouldn't recommend taking gunfights. There was a run where my teammates were pushing pretty aggressively on a team, and I chose to instead go towards the exfil, which was definitely the right call. They both ended up getting down and eventually killed, and I likely would have gotten third-partied if I tried to go revive them. It's good to be a helpful teammate sometimes, but in extraction shooters, you also have to be selfish if you're trying to do tasks. As for playing solo instead of squad filling, I honestly didn't have as much success. I wanted to run solo so I didn't hurt my teammates by not helping them out, but the AI is pretty aggressive, and once you take a gunfight, they just keep pushing you. It certainly can be done, but this early on with such trash loadouts, it's just not worth it. If you are trying to do it though, I'd go with Void so that you can go invis to remain stealthy. I did this when trying to split off from my team to either loot or exfil, and it worked pretty consistently. Utilize these tips and let me know if there's anywhere else that you've been finding good materials, and be on the lookout for a full materials guide coming out in the next few days. If you want more Marathon content, make sure to check out my first run impressions on the left. I'll also be updating the playlist on your right with all of the Marathon videos we upload during the alpha.